Hello, everybody, and welcome to Very Biased Opinion, a football match.
Yes, it's Saturday.
Yes,
it's somewhere in the region of 2:45. Do you know what that means?
Do you know
It
what
is
that
time
means?
for
It
Very
is
Biased
time
Opinions
for
live
Very
stream, and
Biased
today it is
Opinions live
Oxford
stream, and
versus
today it is
Blackpool,
Oxford
and
versus
that is
Blackpool,
true every.
and that is true every week, apart from next week when Oxford play on a Friday night. But we are here. We're here to talk about Oxford Blackpool. We're hoping for another great performance from the Yellows, like we saw on Tuesday night. And as always, I'm sure we'll mention this numerous times, but thank you to everybody that's here and joining us. If you can hit that like button on the stream, that does help us a lot, and it just gets it out to more people. So really appreciate it if you could do that. And also, remember when we do watch this stream, I am watching it on iFollow. Tom will be following every other game of football around the world. And that's worked all right so
I'll say
far.
hi to Stephen Davidson. He says, afternoon, lads, going 1-0 to the Oxford today. Sykes with the goal. Hopes we're good.
Oh, I love it.
If Jeremiah scores the winning goal in this match, I will actually jump around. I mean, I'm not getting naked, but I will jump around. Kip Mainston says, come on, you Yellows. Hello, Kip.
Hello, Kip. Morning, guys. Afternoon,
Tangerine
guys.
Matt is with us, and so he says, Seasiders.
Yeah, well, welcome, Matt. I was hoping you would come and join us for this live stream. We've got a voice of Blackpool in the chat.
Also, totally
it's good to have you here.
Bayern Munich, Alphonso Davies has been sent off after 12 minutes. Lewandowski scored 5 minutes later, but Stuttgart might actually be able to beat Bayern here. Yeah,
we'll see. They've got half a chance now with 10 men.
There's
Matt. What do you think of the Blackpool starting 11? We'll go over team news in just a second, but if you want to put down what you think of the Blackpool starting 11, that would be great, because you know a hell of a lot more about it than
I know nothing. I literally know nothing. As we always say, guys, if you can all click like when you're on here, it helps us out immensely. Additionally, grandstand bettors and Matt Uranka are here, and as always, he's throwing shade in the direction of Oxford United, going, we don't even care in America because we don't know where that league even is. Harsh.
It's fine.
Harsh.
That's fine. And we want to keep it that way. It's a hidden gem. It's only those that truly want to find it.
We don't want you here anyway. Jeez.
It's not. I don't. Why that voice?
Why what voice? I do lots of voices. I do lots of voices.
No, you don't.
I did a big mouth hormone monster voice and a southern belle the other day.
He's never do
that again on the channel. I just gotta play this game out. Let's do it. You're awesome, man. Screw that pepper. No?
I don't even know what it is.
Lord Lucan is on. He says, Cooey Lovies, today's question is, has Sykes ever scored a league goal for Oxford?
He has. He scored last season against AFC Wimbledon away in a 2-1 win.
There you go. He has uno mas goal.
And does playoffs count as a league goal? I don't know.
Probably not.
If you score in the playoffs, does that go towards your league total? I'm not sure. But he'd scored in the playoffs.
By the way, I think the Portsmouth game, is it over now?
It might be. No, still 4, unless mine's a bit behind, which it probably is.
Well, it looks like the Cali brothers are going to start off their career with a win, though, at Portsmouth.
Great start for them. Switch, it's always destined to be one step forward, 2 steps back for them this season, doesn't it?
Right, who am I going to cover? Matt says he's not convinced, to be honest. Got Mitchell on the bench, and he was my man of the match in the last game, so a bit harsh to see him drop. Maybe he's tired or injured. Maybe they're copying the Carl Robinson rotation.
Yeah, I saw Husband was out injured as well. Is that going to be a big loss? I thought he was a pretty big player for you. But you can let us know on that one. But let's talk about this Oxford United
let me get
team
the team news
shall
of
we,
Oxford
Tom?
up directly over my face. There we go, everybody. You didn't want to look at me. You want the team news.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty much as expected. There's only been one change to the side that beat Doncaster, and that is Sykes comes in for Shadipo. It seems like Carl Robinson only likes to play Shadipo on Tuesday nights, and when you've got a goal-scoring record as good as him on Tuesday nights, why the hell would you not? But obviously that means that Sykes is playing on the left according to this, and Barker on the right. I don't know if that'll play out. I always thought Sykes is better when he's on the right-hand side. That might just be what they put on this graphic here. But yeah, that's you kind of can't argue with that. The guys that played so well on Tuesday night deserved another chance to start this game. So I wouldn't have made any changes, but maybe the Shadipo one was enforced.
Shall I get the next team sheet up, Ian?
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of already, with our Tangerine fan, he did kind of go over the Blackpool lineup, but you've got Thornley comes in for Husbands, who misses out through injury, and you've got Embleton and Ward start, and Sims and Antwill and Holmes on the bench.
There you go.
So, obviously, Jerry Yates is the man. Jerry Yates is the 100%. Main goal threat there. We'll obviously look and see Luke Garbutt, ex-Oxford United. He was on loan a couple of seasons ago as left. What a great player he is as well. I mean, he's going to be a threat if they get any free kicks in and around the box. I remember I recently watched a beauty of a free kick he scored for Oxford against Charlton a couple of years back. But it's a good. I mean, I don't expect it to be as. I certainly don't expect as Blackpool to be as bad at the back as Doncaster were. They were really bad on Tuesday night and just gifted Oxford loads of opportunities. So it'll be a tighter game than that, but hopeful with the confidence we got from Tuesday night that we can get back-to-back wins, which might leave us in the playoffs.
It'd be pretty freaking exciting if that happened, wouldn't it? Oh, look, Bayern Munich have scored again. Serge Gnabry with a tap-in. Also, I've seen the sending off. Now, Alphonso Davies' challenge is awful. He almost shatters the guy's ankle. Sorry.
Is it as bad as Kmar Roos?
Anything? No, I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it, though, Kmar Roos? He literally jumped up for a ball and sole of the boot right in the face of the goalkeeper.
No, it's not that bad. We need to say hello to, and he's bribed us this week, we need to say hello to optimistic brother Alan. Oh my God, it's Bayern 3. They're a man down, and they scored 3 goals a man down. That's unbelievable. Sorry. But it's optimistic brother Alan. He says, will this be the last match before Thor takes over the club?
I know. Well, that is exciting news on Oxford United's radar as well about investors coming into the club. And we'll talk about that a bit, no doubt, in just a little bit. But welcome to optimistic brother Alan after he shocked the world with his prediction of a 3-0 Oxford win. Where the hell has that come from? But news did break on, I don't know when, I think it came out yesterday, actually. I think it was our old friend Mark McIntosh, Thomas, who forwarded it on to me, saying that Indonesian investment group looking to take a majority shareholder stake in Oxford United of 51%, which means, obviously, hopefully that would mean that a significant amount of money coming into the football club. Tiger would obviously, I don't know if is he going, or would he just step down and be like a majority shareholder in that scenario? But exciting, and also those things are very uncertain and a little bit troubling. You never know what the investors are going to be like, but it is led by a guy who was nicknamed Thor, stupidly as it was. We've got Tiger and Thor, who was involved with Oxford a couple of years ago. And apparently it's got, to quote, a shitload of wealthy businessmen.
Is that the technical term for it, Ian Allen?
I said, we're going to pull Kassam's pants down and steal that stadium and complex out from under him.
Pretty excited for that.
And then burn it to the ground and build a new one on the ashes.
Burn it down!
So anybody wants to comment on that, feel free. There's not really much information to say about it at this stage, but anytime Oxford are linked with someone that might come in and do a Man City to us, you've got to be excited.
Matt Severance asked a series of the same questions and then said Oxford is shit. I'm not going to answer any of your questions until you super chat as one of them. Sorry. Tangerine Matt says Thornley's is hit and miss, and it's a bit worrying. That's obviously in relation to the original conversation we were having about their lineup. And Lord Lucan says, fun question, what is Dan Adgie's middle name? And it's clearly Adgington, because his last name is the third, right?
Well, is the third not just part of his name? Because, once you'd have obviously his grandfather must have been Daniel Adgington, and his dad is Daniel Adgington Jr. Now he would be Daniel Adgington III.
No, then what is his middle name?
Adgington III. I don't know. I'm gonna take. Let's take a guess.
Jeremy?
Lord Lucan?
Oh my God. Is Dan Adgington watching our channel? Maybe he is. Maybe he's on the sideline watching our channel. Yeah, the Portsmouth match is 100% over now, so that's 2-1 to Pompey. Which does that move them back into the playoffs, Ian Allen?
I will tell you post haste, Thomas. It does indeed. It does indeed move Pompey back into the playoffs on 55 points. Charlton on 55 as well. Oxford on 53. Ipswich 54. Obviously, they've played a game more than Oxford. So if Oxford do win today and Charlton do not, or if Charlton draw, Oxford will take that last playoff spot.
Neil Stewart-Davies said,
but a win for Blackpool could put them above Oxford as well. So you have to say that on the flip side, because it is very, very even all the way down to. I mean, where do you cut it off really? Accrington in 13th place, 5 points behind. I know they're in bad form, but it's still, they're still kind of still right in there.
I think Burton could get into the playoffs. It's just, oh my God. I just realized what Chris Sutton is wearing on BT's score. He's wearing a split top Blackburn Rovers Norwich. One side Norwich, one side Blackburn. That is.
I like it.
Yep. Sorry. Burton.
Right. I'm a little bit nervous because Oxford the teams are out. Oxford are in their usual yellow and blue, as you would expect, and Blackpool have come out. And unfortunately for Oxford, they are wearing white.
I don't think we stand a chance.
I don't know why Blackpool they don't like. Do Blackpool have any part of the kit that hasn't got orange on it?
White?
Like their home kit is orange. Or tangerine. Their away kit, white and tangerine. So you just think, why couldn't they just wear the home kit?
I mean, it would make more sense. You definitely wouldn't confuse their name. On that note, Ian.
We're Blackpool. We have to put tangerine on everything.
What are you planning on calling Blackpool in this match? Burton, maybe? Or Bristol Rovers?
I don't know. They're wearing white. Their kit is quite unique, so I'm hoping I can get it right most times. And you'll explain why that is the case to anybody that is new in a second. But yeah, I'm thinking I might get confused with MK Dons.
Cool. I'm ready for that.
So I'm hoping.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember the drinking game. Every single time Ian Allen gets the wrong name said, you have a drink. And you will be hammered by the time halftime rolls around. Mm-hmm. By the way, apparently Dan Adgy's middle name is Ebenezer Quasi.
Oh my God, that is incredible. That is incredible.
Daniel Ebenezer Quasi Aggie III. Esquire.
Ebenezer. I mean, Ebenezer on its own is a name that needs to be used more.
Ridiculous. It's a great name. I'd love it. Kit Bainson says game over. I'm pretty sure that's in reference to the fact that they're in white tops. Have we kicked off yet, Ian? Is it going?
No, they're taking a knee.
Excellent.
They're taking a knee.
We'll take a knee then, shall we?
But Blackpool will get us started in just a second. And here they go on my TV or my computer monitor. Blackpool has got the game going. So far, Oxford haven't had a kick. They have had a kick now.
Excellent. I was worried there. Very worried. Jesus Christ. Ivan Toney scored 6 more goals than Timo Pukki this season. He's on fire. Hey! William Golder's here. Hello.
Yeah.
Missed you.
What's
he still our sheep, mammals, or reptiles.
Oh, William Golder had a message I had to forward on to you, Tom. It was to tell you to piss off.
Really? Didn't see that one coming.
It was for your stupid comment you put where you talked about the breaking down the acronym of COYY.
Come out yellow yips. I don't know what it means.
Yeah, you see that comment you put on you because you responded to his comment with that. He's told you to piss off.
That sounds fair. I'm gonna say hello to our Patreon backer Matthew Bowden, who's just joined. Hello, Matthew.
Where's your predictions video, Matthew?
Hell, sorry, that was a bit aggressive.
I assume you were busy, so what the hell, man, might be a little harsh. But it's but yeah, we've missed it for the last. Well, you did send it in last week, but it was too late. But anyway, right. Nothing's happened so far. Blackpool have won a throw-in down on Oxford's left-hand side, about level with the penalty area. So, but nothing's come of it. But they have thrown it into the box, and Oxford have managed to. Atkinson does well, and then I think that was Barker who kicks it off a Blackpool player, and Oxford win the throw-in. So, not much to really talk about yet.
Wigan already 1-0 up against Accrington. Callum Lang has scored in the opening minute of that game. Jeez, Accrington are just falling apart. I was about to ask, what was our prediction for that game? But I can actually look and find it because it's on the screen right now. Isn't it?
I think so. I have a feeling I might have gone for a draw. There's another score that's come through as well, Tommy. You're going to laugh when you see that one.
Yeah.
It's just flashed up on my screen. I'm going to wait for you to...
1-0 over Doncaster.
Unbelievable Doncaster start.
Jordan Graham.
I actually really don't want Doncaster to
No,
go up.
100% I don't now. But, they don't look like they're going to because their form is just insipid. Also, you have a 2-2 draw in the Wigan match. I have a 1-1 draw in that. The Doncaster match.
Yeah.
I have a 2-1 Gills win, and you have a 3-1 Gills win. So they're just reverting to type.
I had a feeling we both went for Gillingham. I mean, it just from what I saw, Gillingham are doing really well.
They had this run at the beginning of the season though as well, didn't they? Where they were really good and they were near the playoffs, and then they kind of fell away for a while in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's amazing how. I mean, it was. I'm just going to check who scored the goal because I think it was Graham.
Cheltenham Town have taken the lead against Salford.
When it comes, it was Jordan. I mean, the amount of goals Jordan Graham scored this season has been incredible because he really. That was the one thing they always said is he's a good player, but he just doesn't score enough, and he's really put that right this season. He must have double figures.
Simon Wilkinson says he sees ex-Oxford legend James Constable is now player assistant manager at Banbury United. Do you have any thoughts on the big man? Oh my God, Accrington have equalised. Cameron Burgess. Oh God, this is exciting.
I will talk about that in a second, but I'm just going to see straight away from this game is like obviously I've seen a difference already. Is ball straight back to Blackpool's goalkeeper, and he just punted it like 60 yards forward. No dicking about or pissing around of it at the back that we saw from Doncaster. And then again, Blackpool keeper had it, plays it out to his like full back or centre back, and he just launches it cross field. So you're not going to see any of Blackpool getting caught cold, I don't think, with Oxford's high press, not certainly early in this game. And I will
Gills
get back to the
Constable bit in a second. Dane Oliver has just scored.
I've just seen it, yeah. And he's the other guy that's like banging in goals from this season, Varun Oliver. He scored lots of goals as well. So they got two guys banging in the goals.
Scott
They're definitely going to be a threat.
Just scored for the team who should not be named. They're leading Fleetwood 1-0. God, there's tons of goals to start the week.
Yuck. I know, what a cracking start in League One. Not been a cracking start here though. It's been very scrappy so far. And
did I let you answer the James Constable thing?
Well, that's good. I mean, good for James Constable. I haven't really got too much to say on it. I'm glad that he's still staying in football. He was a great player for Oxford United. I remember, obviously, he was a hero in the side that came up from the conference, and obviously, I think second highest ever goal scorer behind the great man Graham Atkinson. And he would have won that record he should have had that record, but a hat trick got expunged from his record for James Constable, Thomas, which meant he didn't become Oxford's leading ever goal scorer. But he did get over 100 goals for Oxford, so that can't be sniffed at. And he really, I'd say he was an iconic player, and maybe he was like coming out of that period of the 2000s. I think he was like the first iconic player we had at the club for like years, where kids would like see him as a hero, and he was like a real, genuine like player the fans loved. But yeah, good to see him. Good to see him as a coach. You know, hopefully it goes well for him. And if he ever wants to, I'm sure he'll always be welcome back at Oxford United with open arms and warm, loving
Also,
gestures.
James, if you're watching this stream, please come on the channel and chat to us. Don't know why he would be, but he could be.
Come on, Dino.
Peterborough, by the way, are leading Rochdale. I know it's a tough day for you when this happens, but they're leading 1-0. Siriki Dembele.
Yeah, I think if So Blackpool trying to play it down the right-hand side. So Ruffles got some cross, comes in, easy defended for Atkinson and gets it away. Not really. Oxford haven't, I don't think they've really put two passes together so far. Very much Blackpool, I'd say on the front foot, but they haven't really created anything either. I think that's Kai now with a speculative effort from the edge of the box, decent effort, but over the bar. Stevens just put the hand up and guided Excellent. It over. But goal kick to Oxford United. Yeah, if you're a Rochdale fan this afternoon, you'd think it's very much like maybe just go out for a walk for a couple of hours and come back and check the score when you're brave enough after a couple of drinks.
5 or 6.
Because that could get nasty. Yeah.
Matthew Bowden has apologized for not sending his video. Damn right. He says his prediction this week, though, is a 1-1 draw. Matt Uranka of Grandstand Betters is updating us on the Gillingham score. And Baldinia says that it's quite a scrappy game thus far, Ian.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Oxford just sort of first time they've really got a foot on the ball, and first time to get Barker into the game as he's got the ball on the left-hand side, chance to run. Got 2 players on him, but chance to get a cross in if he can get to the byline. He can. It was a good cross, and it was just too close to the keeper, and Taylor did his best to try and push the goalkeeper into the goal, but to no avail. But yeah, very, very frantic start from Oxford, almost trying too hard, too quickly. But for once, Blackpool do try and play it out of defence, and we'll see if they can get away with it. They're still going for it, but they did pretty well. They got through the press. Kai attacking down their left, Oxford's right, but I think that's going to go out for a throw-in. It does. So, yeah, that's Oxford putting the high press on when they can, but not really done anything impressive when they've had the ball at their feet. It's all very rushed and very frantic so far.
Let me just, as always, remind everybody, please click a like on this video if you're watching it. It helps us out immensely. And if you guys are enjoying this, please go to our Patreon. We have a League 2 setting, a League 1 setting. They're all really cheap. Sign up, please. We appreciate the support.
Do we have a League 2 setting?
I was cheeky the other day and put it in. $3.99, I think. I don't know. Wow. I don't know. I may have had a drink when I put it on.
Literally, we are going to have the full fucking English pyramid.
Well, that was actually kind
tiers.
of why I did it as well. I was like, we've got every other thing plus the Champions League. We may as well. Plymouth, Green Army.
Cross into the box from Blackpool. Volley from the edge of the box, which is sliced wide. But good start from the visitors. Good start from the Tangerines. They've certainly been the side on the front foot so far. Just coming up to 10 minutes gone in this one.
Oh my God, Bayern have just scored a 4th. 10-man Bayern have scored 4 goals in the first half. But Plymouth Argyle are up 1-0 to Joey Barton's Bristol Rovers. 1-0. There you go. This is the Joey Barton reference of the day, Ian. I told you I'd get one in every single time.
Well, right. So Oxford's turn to piss around a bit at the back, and Blackpool won it high, but Sykes does a really good job of coming back to win it back. And now Oxford can break. Liam Kelly going forward, plays a nice ball out to the... Oh, it's just a bit overhit. Well overhit, actually. I take it back. It was a really poor ball by Liam Kelly, which Barker had no hope of getting on. And when he's got that much space and time, he should be delivering.
Should we take him off now? Should we hook him? Feels like we should hook him.
You run thin ice.
You out there. Kit Bainson's got a question for you, Ian. He says, who's your money on for the 3 teams to be promoted from both League 1 and the Championship?
So I from League 1, I'm going to go with Hull and Peterborough, and I'd say from the playoff. Well, I'm going to say Oxford from the playoffs, of course. But if I had to put money on it, I'd probably go with Sunderland at this point. And from the Championship, I'm going to go with Norwich and Watford. And in coming up through the playoffs, I'm going to go with I don't know.
Swansea? Barnsley? One of those?
Let's go with Barnsley.
Yeah,
Why not?
It's just you want not? That.
Right. I know. That would be a nice story that Barnsley got back into the Premier League.
It'd be fun to see them in the Premier League. Jesus. Lewandowski has scored a freaking hat trick. And they're down to 10 minutes.
They have been in the Premier League before, Thomas.
Yes, sure. But, sorry. Barnsley.
They had one season in the Premier League.
Honestly. I got distracted because they're actually showing the goal in front of me, and it's just very good in front of goal.
It's so. If anyone's interested in T20 cricket, I'm sure some of you have probably watched it. Do you think England have got any chance of chasing down 220 plus runs in this T20 international?
That sounds like a basketball game.
I don't think they will.
Sounds like a basketball game.
Yeah,
end to end.
Yeah. It's yeah.
Matthew Bowden says he says Hull, Sunderland, and Peterborough. So he basically agrees with what you said. Yeah,
they're looking the strongest side so far, though, aren't they?
They look really good right now.
Yeah, I mean, whoever doesn't go up automatic though is going to be kicking themselves, because that playoffs is just, you never know what the fuck is going to happen.
I mean, last year's playoffs were actual garbage. Like, they were actual garbage. How many, like, Oxford and Portsmouth were just trying to end it by never playing a pass correctly, weren't they?
Oxford and Portsmouth just can't seem to have a good game of football against each other.
Illegal. Oh!
I mean, well, I don't know whether that will change now with
the
Temple Cowley brothers, but they just seem to be very attritional games. And Wycombe was always going to be like that as well.
Charlton have taken the lead against AFC Wimbledon. Jaden Stockley scored. It's 1-0 to the Charlton.
Yeah, not what we need there. Not if we want to get in the playoffs come 4:45.
Yeah. Matthew Bowden had forgotten the cricket was even on, which makes me think he's going to go put it on now.
I wouldn't. I would leave it maybe 10 minutes, and then England will start batting, and then you can put it on. But the chasing, the moment it looks like they're going to be chasing possibly 225 runs, which is a phenomenal effort.
Brother Allen says a bit of a tall order. Amazing dismissal with Jordan.
Right, hang on. Blackpool have got in down the right-hand side, played the ball back to the edge of the box. It's a good ball in, but Oxford have defended it. Is he going to just let that go up for a corner? Yeah, first corner of the game. It's gone to Blackpool. They're getting some joy when they're going down Oxford's left-hand side through rough. Right, whoever's playing out wide on that position got in a couple of times. Or Ruffles has given him a lot of space. But that seems to be a common theme where like Ruffles seems to be a bit of a slow starter in the game. And then, and you always think, like, oh, God, he's having a tough game. And then by the end of it, he kind of, figures it out.
Looks pretty solid to me.
So take your chances while you got it. But Oxford have got some defending to do here from a set piece. Referee doesn't like the fisticuffs that are going on in the penalty. He doesn't like the manly shoves that are going on in the penalty area.
No, is it getting too physical out there?
It's like a bloodbath.
Wow.
In there.
Good, solid. Oh, I'm sure it's a war of attrition.
Right, ball into the box, headed away. Might be another corner, It is another corner. So yeah, I'm going to cosh a little bit of the yellows. Not the start we'd hoped for here. Not on the front foot at all in this first half, really. Certainly not had any shots on goal, but they haven't really created anything either. Just need to, like a bit of a blind man at an orgy, Thomas. We're just going to have to feel this one out.
There you go, William Golder, if that's your saying for the day. Bowden says...
That's stolen from Naked Gun, by the way. Right, good ball in and cleared off the line. Great clearance off the line from Oxford there. Blackpool won the header. I think it was either Sykes or I think it might have even been Matt Taylor back there who cleared it off the line. But was definitely needed. That was a pretty simple ball in, which the guy just kind of was under pressure, but he won the header and would have gone into the bottom corner. But Blackpool come again, shot on the edge of the box, blocked well by Oxford. But here they come again. Chance to get the ball in, cross into the box, cleared away for another corner by Bob Atkinson. Oxford hanging on here, hanging on. Let's have a look at this one again. So corner into the box. Number 26 for Blackpool wins the header, and it is Mark Sykes back on the line with a good clearance by Jeremiah. That's why Robinson's put him in there, Thomas. I know you're a bloody Shadipo wouldn't have cleared.
Jeremiah Sykes. I love Jeremiah. I love Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend I don't like Jeremiah Sykes.
You're always on that. Right, crossing again and headed away. This time was Matt Taylor. Good header away. But Blackpool still got it around the box, and they have scored. Wouldn't you believe it? Just Oxford couldn't clear the second ball, and it just bounced around in the penalty area. Sloppy as you like defending, but Blackpool have taken advantage of it, and they've gone 1-0 up. Number 12 for Blackpool. So that is Kenny Dougal. is the Kenny Dougal, and Oxford are going to have to battle from behind in this one. But corner in, good header away from Matt Taylor at the edge of the box, but Blackpool headed it straight back in, and then it just didn't clear the second ball, and then it just bounced around on about the 6-yard box, and there was the lethal predator Kenny Dougal to stick it in the onion bag, and certainly not the start we wanted. And I'd actually say on the balance of play, we deserved to be 1-0 down. Not started the game well at all.
I mean, so just really quickly, MK Dons have taken the lead against Burton. Accrington have re-established their dominance over Wigan. They're up 2-1. Wimbledon have equalised against Charlton for 1-1. Blackpool have obviously just taken the lead here. Obviously, Tangerine Matt is very happy about the goal, and Optimistic Brother Alan and Matthew Bowden not especially happy about the goal. I mean, who knew? Who knew?
No, it was avoidable, and that's the biggest thing you say about it. It was sloppy defending, and it was avoidable. But Blackpool did well to keep the ball alive in there, and they benefit from it.
I mean, they haven't started the way they did against Doncaster. Against Doncaster, they were on the front foot.
No, not at all. Absolutely no. And credit to Blackpool again. They haven't given Oxford much chance to get into the game at all. And Oxford haven't had. I don't think they've really had any meaningful possession, any chance to build up from the back, and they haven't. They've been barely put two passes together.
Weak. I'm furious.
Yeah, so far pretty well.
Northampton and Crewe is still 0-0 for some reason. BT Score are telling me about that. Ian, Simon Wilkinson says Plymouth are desperate for this win today. It's their first ever 4-4-2 formation this season, which, as we all know, I hate. But a great goal from Neil Ennis.
Right. Sykes with a chance to cross. Defender does really well to get back on him, though, sliding challenge, and just snuffs out any chance, and then Oxford head it forward, goes straight back to the goalkeeper. So any chance Oxford have had so far to try and get down the wings, Blackpool have snuffed it out pretty well so far. Sorry, Tom, go again.
Just says, I was just talking about Plymouth. Doesn't really matter. Plymouth are up. Okay. Oh my God, I've just seen a Frankfurt, an own goal, I think Union Berlin, where the goalkeeper's come all the way outside of his, the lines of his goal to receive a pass, and then the player has passed it into the middle of the goal. That is dreadful. Union Berlin are down 4-2.
Is that a bit like the did we see West Brom concede a goal like that when Allardyce first took over?
Yeah, where the goalkeeper comes all the way over here and they just pass it all the way, and you're like,
blind. Yeah, and a bit like, if I remember right, Rudiger for Chelsea did something like that, where he just blindly passed.
Yeah, I think that was his first game back as well, wasn't it? He'd been out of the team for ages.
Yeah, and I think actually he didn't really get he got dropped, didn't he, after that? And he's only just come back in because he played well against Atletico Madrid in the week. But Blackpool are the ones putting Oxford under a lot of pressure with a high press now, and Oxford aren't finding any space at all. The movement's not been very good, and they're struggling to play out even through Accrington, Moore, and the fullbacks at the moment. So Stevens probably going to have to kick this one long, and he does. Good pressure by Blackpool. Can Oxford win it through midfield? Surprisingly, no. Or unsurprisingly, no. Blackpool come again. Right, Barker's won it back, though. Barker's done really well, and he's won it back high, and he can charge down the left-hand side now. He's got a chance to get a ball into the box. It's gone. Oh, good last-ditch defending. Can Brannigan keep this one alive? He has. There was no foul, and he's played it just a little bit wide of Kelly, and Kelly obviously does foul somebody because he's not very good, and he brings someone down the edge of the box. This move over. Typical defending from Blackpool. Guy throws himself to the ground with a head injury, and then as soon as the referee blows the whistle, he jumps back up.
Obviously, serious injury.
But that was unlucky. That was good defending again, but that was good work by Barker, and nearly got through to Matt Taylor, and then Brannigan couldn't quite keep the move alive. But better from Oxford, and that came from. Didn't really come from anything we worked. It came from Brandon Barker winning the ball back in a good area, which gave him an opportunity to charge.
I have bad news for you. Doncaster gotten the goal back.
I did see it. Did flash up on my screen. I left it for you, though.
It's kind of you to give me a job. I like my job.
Yeah, good game. Game on there, then. Game on there down on the south, down in Kent.
Do you see Oxford getting a goal in this half, Ian?
I mean, in this half, maybe not, but I mean, I see them getting a goal in the game still. I'm still optimistic for that. I mean, I haven't quite started ringing the season over bell just yet, Thomas.
But I am, and I'm saying it now.
Let Lord Lucan started ringing.
Haven't said anything yet, but I'm just saying right now, Carl Robinson out, sell Matty Taylor, who doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, there you go. Those two things need to happen right away. I hear Jack Stevens is a no-talent ass clown. I mean, he's conceded the goal, so definitely get rid of him.
Saved it. Should have saved it. Eastwood
exactly, Ian. Just looking at our score predictions, and if Wigan can get a goal back, you'd be on for a perfect score right now in that game. And we both got Charlton to beat Wimbledon, although it's a draw right now. We both had Burton to beat MK Dons, and MK Dons are winning, which hurts my soul. We both had Fleetwood to beat the club who cannot be named.
Sorry, Blackpool are in again. We got a chance to get a good cross into the box. A very dangerous opportunity, but really great challenge back there. I think that was by Jamie Hansen. That was a brilliant challenge there. But Blackpool are doing what we did to Doncaster, really. They're winning the ball through midfield and then just breaking on Oxford. And Oxford are really struggling to deal with the two wide players at the moment. They're finding themselves in a lot of space. And it's a bit of I keep saying it over again, it's just a bit of a struggle at the moment.
Charlton taking the lead against AFC Wimbledon. Dialang Jayasimi and Matthew Bowden reports that Doncaster have now equalised. It's 2-2. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff.
Cracker.
Unbelievable. This league is nuts, Ian. Like, it's actually nuts. You can't predict anything.
Kelly with a chance to feed Sykes down the side. He's got a chance to get a ball into the box. I wish he would have crossed it there. He stops it and holds the player, but he can cross now. It's a decent ball, and Ruffles was arriving, but it's good work and header away. But Barker's picked it up on the left-hand side. He can run down the line. Go down the line with it. Played it inside to Ruffles. Good turn. Good shot, but blocked. And behind for Oxford's first corner of the day. But better from Oxford. Well played again, Brandon Barker. Found Josh Ruffles, who stayed up in the penalty area. And Ruffles did a good turn, but it was well defended again. And Oxford take the free kick short. And it's Barker running in. And, cleared away, though. And Oxford have squandered that chance. It's gone. But it's still Oxford possession with a throw-in on the left-hand side. But a clever corner, but didn't really amount to anything.
I'm quite enjoying this. Simon Wilkinson says that Ian and Tom are the new Des Lyman and Ginny Hill. Chuck and Jimmy Hill.
I think you're more Des, aren't you?
I probably am. That's probably accurate.
Got the Miracle Grow sponsor.
Optimistic Brother Alan says Blackpool keep cutting us open, but then again, we look dangerous attacking too.
Oh, look at that. Every cloud has a silver lining with this man.
He is becoming more optimistic on a daily basis. It's kind of worrying. Who is this man? He's not your brother, is he? It's not the one I've met. There's still a third one, though I don't believe he exists. James Coppinger, by the way, with the goal for Doncaster. Robert Mills. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Evergreen.
The Evergreen James Coppinger.
But goals.
Yeah, but he's about 40. I mean, I'm nearly
Robert Mills is on. He says, "Hey VBO, not started well. Is there a reason why Shadipo hasn't started? We can win though."
I didn't see a reason, but if anybody did see a reason why Shadipo's not started, let Robert Mills and myself.
Fucking Carl Robinson's not to be trusted.
I assume it was just mainly. I assume it's a tiredness thing, and just the fact. And I don't know whether I'm going to guess it was just a fitness thing.
Does Shadipo need to be rested? It feels like every other game he needs to be rested. It's exhausting. He must be so tired all the time. Maybe it's chronic fatigue syndrome. I don't know. It's nuts. Honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me. Roger Cantel says it's been mostly Blackpool this far, but Oxford are starting to show some effort. Is there a 1-1 draw on the horizon, Ian?
Oh, I can see Oxford getting. Oxford, the last 5 or so minutes, they've got better. They've almost had a little bit of a kick up the arse and started to play a bit better. But it's weird, isn't it? I mean, with young players, they talk a bit about he's never had a full season before and stuff like that. And so they are overcautious with young players, aren't
100% they are.
And I think they are wary that, but they don't. And I guess there'll be times where they do the same to Barker, where he hasn't played this significant amount of football. in his career so far. So they might have times where he has to come out of the side. But it is frustrating when you see, and this is nothing against Sykes because obviously we both like him, but it is frustrating when you see Oxford play in such a dynamic fashion with two pacey wingers. You want to see that again on the next game, and it's just frustrating.
100%. And when Shadipo's on, it feels like the entire team is doing better. Like he just seems to have the ability to pop up with a goal whenever they need it. So yeah, they could really use him.
Oh, definitely, yeah, I agree. But only on a Tuesday night.
I mean, why even play him on a Saturday? It's the only day he scores is Tuesday.
But Barker's looking lively so far, and Oxford trying to put some pressure on Blackpool. And Taylor and Barker do pretty well. Win a throw in high up in the virtually right in by the corner flag. Or is it gone for a corner? It may have gone for a corner. It has gone for a corner. Oh my God! Come on, you Yellows. Get that ball in. We need to do what Blackpool did and score a scrappy goal. Oh, that looks terrible.
I'm assuming nothing good just happened.
Yeah. Or the only thing good that happened is Rob Atkinson retrieved it and it went for a throw-in on the other side. But a very, very, very heavily overhit corner. And so far we've done... Maybe it's the Goldilocks theory, Thomas. One was too short, one was too long. The next
just one. Right.
Sykes! Oh, I thought that was in! Oh!
I thought that was in.
Oh, my cup nearly runneth over, Thomas. What a hit by Jeremiah Sykes. Just bobbled off Taylor's knee, and it ran so kindly for him running in from the edge of the box, and he just smashed a shot. I don't know how close it went, but it looked like goalie was scrambling, to say the least, but it has gone wide. Chance over, but how good. Sykes would have literally rubbed it in our faces if that goal had gone in, Thomas. Would have ran up saying, screw you, VBO. I'm better than
you. Love him. I mean,
yeah, but we've been basically you've spent the last 10 minutes slagging him off saying Shadipo should be playing.
Yeah, that Shadipo should be playing every game. But I would...
Which by which means don't
because I would play Sykes where Liam Bloody Kelly is.
Oh, stop backtracking now. You can't backtrack now.
I don't like you, I don't think. I think I'm going to do this entire channel by myself from now on. So Oxford are playing a match of football. Things are happening. Yeah, I can't do this. I'm sorry. Matthew Bowden says England have already lost a wicket.
Right. But it's a very end-to-end game, and Blackpool come forward now, and they've got players arriving on the edge of the box. They get it's just good block, good defending again for Oxford, but it's really the last 2 or 3 minutes that's really opened up, and Sykes has gone down now. He sort of nearly did the splits, but he's okay. I thought maybe he'd like pulled a groin or something there, but Blackpool again cutting up. Really, really dangerous play by Blackpool. I mean, this is a side that struggled for goals as of late, but they're not looking like it today. They're looking very... The football they're playing is very... cutting Oxford open, as my brother said a few moments ago, time and time again, finding a lot of space, particularly out wide, and Oxford doing well to kind of get bodies back and block it. But more open... They've come out and been more open than I thought.
Well, they're going for it, aren't they?
I thought it would be quite cagey.
Well, good for them. They do go on these little runs, though. With 8 games undefeated, Oxford are going to need to freaking raise their game at this point.
Yeah, I think it was like maybe one defeat in 8 was it, for Blackpool. But yeah, they've been on a pretty decent.
But I mean, 6. Okay. I think there's 6 draws in there.
Yeah, and that's a good run. I mean, and as we said on Tuesday night, 1-1 draw against Burton. That's like one of the hardest teams to play against at the moment. So they did really well to come back in that one.
Robert Allen says, bloody hell, Roy. You can hear Hales laughing from here. And Matt Bowden says, England are 1 for 1 after 1. The cricket is off. Oi. So anyone watching this, don't change the cricket because it's worse than watching Oxford lose. That's going to be an absolute mauling.
It seems inevitable there will be
absolute mauling by the sound of it.
Well, we won't talk about it. Let's not talk about it. I don't need to start an Alex Hales should he be in the side discussion just yet. But if you want to have it in the chat. We'll go back to the football, shall we? With Oxford trying to play out from the back again, Thomas. Let's see how well.
I'm guessing badly.
Back to the goalkeeper, and all he can do is smash it forward. And It's not good. Yeah, throw into Blackpool. Oh no, referee gave it as a throw into Blackpool, and then the ref gave it as a throw into Oxford, and changed his mind. So Oxford have they've forced Blackpool back deep, but Sykes blocks the clearance, and it is a throw into Blackpool, but right back near their near the corner flag on their left hand side.
Ian,
chance for Oxford to pen them in and win the ball.
Robbie Savage is the director of football at Macclesfield.
I didn't know that, actually.
It just popped up on the screen.
I thought you'd be...
Interesting. Sorry, I really didn't know that. Did anyone else know that? That's weird. Yeah. Also, there's a whole conversation going on about cricket now in the chat. This is good. Enjoy this.
Right. That was terrible. That was terrible playing out from the back. And Blackpool running right in on us now. Sonny Kai picks his spot and puts it just wide. Just wide. He terrible play, I think, between Brannigan and Goran, and Blackpool got it. He got to the edge of the box, middle of the goal, and he's just tried to bend it into the top corner, and it's gone wide, but it's hit the posts behind the goal. So it looked like for a moment that it like nestled into the back of the net. But Oxford survive again. We have become the Doncaster in the Oxford versus Doncaster conundrum. I think Tom may
just
have
came back magically.
I just came back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I tried to jump away as quickly as possible. But yeah, I don't know.
And right, Blackpool again charging through like a knife through butter. This is every time, and then Oxford just managed to scramble it away, cross into the box, headed out by Atkinson, and Oxford can breathe again. But Taylor can Taylor hold this ball up? He does. It's a good play by Matty Taylor there. He gets it out, gets it back to Ruffles, and Oxford can maybe start an attack here with Barker. But he's dwells on it and under a lot of pressure. But he managed to spin away really well and drive forward. Is he getting fouled there? He looked like he was getting fouled, and the referee does give the free kick in the end. But did Oxford really didn't need to take? Fucking hell. Right, they're fine. They're in possession, but they didn't need to take that free kick as quickly as they did. But they got away with it. Nearly messed it up. But it's out with Sykes now on the right-hand side. But it's one of those possessions where Oxford think they're Man City and they start passing it slowly. And I wouldn't be shocked if this ends up with Jack Stevens in a couple of passes. Right, it's gone back to Moore. He miscontrols it. And... oh my, what is that? That is a terrible ball by Jamie Hansen. Blind. He should have gone back to Jack Stevens, but he plays a blind side-footed pass, which just cuts through the middle of the pitch to nobody, and Blackpool pick it up, and Oxford have to get back and foul him, and free kick to Blackpool inside the Oxford half. It is as distant of a performance from the Doncaster game as you can see so far. It's been a very, very poor Oxford performance in this first half.
Matt Uranko of Grandstand Betters asked a good question, and one I've answered many times. I'm sure you'll answer, and I'll answer as well. But he says, if Oxford don't make the playoffs, what are you most worried about happening? Players leaving, etc.
I'm not that worried about it. It's just part of life in League One. I think that you'd probably look at someone might come in for Brannigan,
Taylor.
But the fact that he's still recovering from that eye injury might give him another year at Oxford, because I'm not sure he's been in the greatest of form this season.
Atkinson and Moore.
I wouldn't be too. Yeah, I don't know about Rob Atkinson. It's his first season kind of at this level. He's played really well, but I think they might like not. No one I would think would pounce for him necessarily. Elliot Moore possibly. Yeah, he's played well. He looks like he could make the step up to the Championship. So there's possibly one we might lose. But other than that, I mean, again, the squad will pretty much stay intact. And like a lot of League One squads, it'll just become who you can pick up as a free agent and who you can pick up as a loanee.
Yeah, I think that the team might be slightly gutted on the spine. But at the same time, if these new investors come in, there's no need to gut them. There's no need to sell any of the players. But this is Oxford United. The money is almost never real.
I mean, if the money was that desperate, if they were that desperate for the money, they would have sold Brannigan at the slightest hint that they got in the transfer window.
If they don't make the playoffs now, that's when you're going to get a bit more gutted than you were. And there's going to be more money in this next transfer window than there was in this one, especially if fans come back for the final couple matches of the season and it looks like there'll be fans in the stadium. Money might actually be spent as well. But I don't know.
I would think, Barker's done brilliantly well. It was a really aimless pass, and the defender got underneath it, and Barker managed to control it. He's into the box, but his cross is too high, and Blackpool goes over everybody, and he goes out for a throw-in on the other side. I really don't. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember a time where an Oxford squad has gone into the end of the season and they've just been gutted.
It's not necessarily that I just think they're a good team and they should be a playoff team, and they have playoff caliber players, and they have players that any club in League One, especially some of the big boys, and some of the big boys are still going to be here next year because they can't all go up, and there's quite a few of them, and there's quite possibly some teams coming down as well that will be a bit big for the league. I just think these are the sort of players, and Oxford have never been in the financial position to hold on to them. I mean, they get an offer for £1 million, they're going to take it. It's just the way it works. But
yeah, for sure, £1 million.
You know, is Moore worth £1 million? Is Atkinson worth £1 million? I don't think Stevens will go anywhere because goalkeepers just don't seem to move around that much, do they? And when they do, they go for pennies on the pound for some reason. But yeah,
I think Jack Stevens would be reluctant to leave. He's literally just cemented the number one spot. Right, Barker again with a chance to run into the box. Can he get a better? Blackpool defended really well. Really good defending by number 20 for them. Stood up to Barker really well there. But it is a corner to Oxford. And are we working on the Goldilocks rule here that this one will be just right and Oxford will score? Let's hope so.
I hadn't seen the scenes from the Slavia Prague game in Rangers, and they're replaying it right now on BT Sport. It's nuts.
Cross into the box. It's a pretty good one. It's a good header, but there's nobody. It sort of was played out wide to the edge of the box where sort of Moore stayed and to head it back into somebody that was hopefully be around the 6-yard box, but there was nobody there, and it just looped harmlessly out wide. So I'll say in terms of the corner, it was a pretty good one. But the movement inside the box kind of let Oxford down there a little bit. Still 1-0. Just over 5 minutes to go.
Yes, so I'll take this moment to say what I always say at this point. At halftime, we will jump away, quickly grab ourselves a coffee, a biscuit, something else. I advise you will grab yourself some alcohol because you're going to need it in the second half. We will be back with a couple minutes before the second half starts to go over the halftime statistics and talk about the other results in the league. And then we'll get right back to it with the second half. Optimistic Brother Allen. I keep wanting to say pessimistic, but it's optimistic Brother Allen says we do seem far more shaky at the back than normal. A bit of early season sloppiness is on show. Ian, your thoughts?
I disagree. I don't think we look shaky at the back. I think we look shaky through midfield. I think it's the midfield that are guilty of giving the ball away, and the midfield movement's not very good, which means the defence are under pressure when they are trying to play up from the back. I actually think that the back four again has stood up to the crosses that have come in, and the pressure that Blackpool put on us quite well. Other than that, obviously one lapse where the goal went in, but I don't think it's been but a ball over the top might prove me wrong here, as they get in again, but. Blackpool on the edge of the box. Oxford sort of crowding them out a little bit, but the move is still alive. They go to the other side now with Sykes putting pressure on. Again, Oxford, doing all right, defended it pretty stoutly, and they clear it. So it was a good move by Blackpool, but well defended by Oxford. But now Oxford Jamie Hansen does give away a cheap free kick about 35 to 40 yards out, and Blackpool will have a chance to get across in here. But so I'm not too convinced that the back four's doing badly at all.
Darren Moore's Sheffield Wednesday are now leading Barnsley 1-0 off a Jordan Rhodes goal. I know.
Shocker.
I'm shocked. Up. And Sunderland are beating Lincoln 1-0. Callum McFadzean. Is it Fadzien? Fadzian,
isn't it? Yeah, not so much of a shocker there.
So continues, and Lincoln City's poor form continues. Matthew Bowden, I just want to say I'm enjoying your coverage of the cricket and updating us back and forth on what's happening. Simon Wilkinson asks, how is Ian's favourite player, Liam Kelly, doing? Ian?
Free kick by Blackpool. For some reason, he chooses to shoot from 40 yards out, and It did take a little bit of a bounce before it got to Stevens, but Stevens was right in behind it with no trouble, and that is terrible. Oh, for fuck's sake, you fucking useless piece of shit. Fucking Liam Kelly, man, what are you doing? Just literally, as you said that, I think he's been poor. I think he's been poor in this game, and I don't think many of the midfielders have been very good. I think Barker's been okay. I think Sykes has been okay. But I think Brannigan and Kelly have been really poor in this match so far, and that's just a routine pass to Kelly, and he passes it back to Hansen, and he just bounces off his foot and goes for a cheap corner given away. So a chance for Blackpool here to get a ball in, and they've scored.
Oi. Who scored, Ian?
I don't know at the moment. Number 26 for Blackpool, so I will bring that one up. But that was as a routine, a set piece goal as you will see, Tom. Just a good ball in on about the 6-yard line. Defender just had momentum to go in and win the header, and he just plants a unstoppable header. Really can't really do
much.
Can't once you haven't
Danny
marked Guy, you can't really do much about it. But Hansen into Kelly here, and Kelly's pass back is just fucking terrible, and it goes out for the cheapest corner that we never should have given away. And look, he played well against Doncaster, but this guy, when he doesn't play well, he is worse than a passenger in this side.
Yeah, he does have that effect. I'm just really quick going to say, Tangerine Matt, enjoy this. 2-0. Your team are playing really well.
Yeah,
enjoy
seriously. Yeah, no, enjoy it. You deserve to be winning the game, for sure.
Really good performance thus far from Blackpool. A really poor performance from Oxford. Liam Kelly is apparently just throwing the game away. Like, I don't really know what to say there. Optimistic Brother Alan says, really shoddy from us, dreadful play. But it's one player that's dreadful there, right? Like, it's not team play that's cost us.
Yeah, I mean, any goal from a set piece, you're always going to look back and say it's defendable. But, it does happen. You do concede them. Oxford have been pretty good at defending them over the last few weeks. Blackpool have certainly made us come unstuck in that regards this time round. But it was poor. It was poor marking.
I mean, I would genuinely, as a coach, though, like, you work on defending corners and stuff like this, and the thing you're taught, the best coach I ever heard was, as long as you get the ball clear, that's all that matters. Because we all remember playing football. Corners are a shit show. No one knows what's going on. Like, everyone is trying to track a man. It's all a split-second decision. Like, they get scored. Like, teams just score. There's a reason that most goals come from set plays.
Absolutely. And it is what it is. It was as I say, it was avoidable, but it's more annoying for the fact it came from just an unnecessary corner that was given away. While we were also trying to doing all right, trying to get back into the game at that point. Like, we were probably, although Blackpool was still playing well, we were actually trying to finding our feet a little bit. But it's been a rubbish first half from Oxford's point of view, barring about a few half decent attacks we've had down the sides from Barker and Sykes, mainly Barker. Oxford have looked terrible. Terrible. Oh, wait, this is a far cry from the and it's pretty bloody obvious to say, but this is a mile difference from how they looked when they played Doncaster on Tuesday night.
Kareem Benzema scored a brace for the Real Madrid game, but a score I want to update you on, Ian, is Bristol City 0. Rotherham have taken the lead against them. Rotherham are 1-0 against Bristol City in what I think is their first match in 4 or 5. They haven't played ages, and they're in the relegation zone, but they've got 3 or 4 games on Birmingham and Cov, who sit above them. This could be a really big result for Rotherham. If they can get a win here, it's huge. And they scored that on pretty much the stroke of half-time. Anyway, how are the Yellows doing?
It'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting as long ball forward again. Another corner for more stops it from going. It's like, don't give away a corner at pain of death at the moment for Oxford. It's like, I think they'd rather give away a penalty than a corner. But it does clear it away for a throw in. Going off like Robinson's. This is me being like angry at the moment as well. So going off Robinson's kind of what's his word? His history of destroying a player. Like if he doesn't come out and like give Liam Kelly some public criticism, if I was like Adji or Sykes, I'd be going, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
what the
you would though.
You dug us out for doing something not as bad as that."
No, he's been brutal with people. Neil Ennis has just scored for Plymouth. It's 2-0. No, Sammy Smodix has scored for Peterborough. It's also 2-0 against Rochdale. He has been brutal to Jeremiah Sykes and Dan Adji specifically. And he's going to have to say something about this, because if he doesn't, it is the definition of playing favourites.
Well, I'll say this just before we go into the break. If we do get anything out of this game, the second half will be worth watching. So please do come back.
It was super chatted us. You are the greatest mother alive, and we thank you.
It's like still getting pocket money.
Hey, man. It's more than I'm getting, so extremely good. Very quickly, Jonathan Harris says, last time I was here, Wickham got a good victory. Let's hope it happens again. Firstly, Jonathan, you are always coming by, and we really appreciate you coming by. But they're playing Coventry right now, aren't they? And it was 0-0 last I checked. So please, if you're covering this, if you're sat with us as well, update us on the score as much as you can, because obviously I have a vested interest in the Cov.
Right. Well, welcome back to what will be the best comeback in Oxford United history. About this time last season. It'll be an extremely good second half. A change is coming, and it could not come quick enough with Mido Shodipo coming on to the pitch, but he is not. And it looks like Anthony Ford is coming on as well. So a double substitution at half-time. Absolutely needed. I'll be amazed if Liam Kelly is out for the second half. I'm sure Carl Robinson has told him to go and wait by the, go and play by the railroad tracks or something. But out come Blackpool. We said it would be scary with them wearing white, and it certainly has been scary for Oxford this afternoon. They have been the better side so far. And I don't know if, Tom, have you got the stats on the screen?
I do. The stats are there.
The stats are on the screen. They don't make for pretty reading, and the only stat that matters certainly does not make pretty reading, because it is 2-0 to Blackpool, and Oxford have a proverbial mountain or Blackpool Tower-sized mountain to climb if they are to come back in this one.
Thus far. And Blackpool are kind of doing what I said they'd do in the preview video, where they unlike Doncaster Rovers, kind of react to whatever they're given. If Oxford want to hold the ball a bunch, they allow them to hold the ball a bunch. They just play around that. And I absolutely agreed with you. I didn't think Blackpool would be as naive as we saw Doncaster would. I didn't think they would. I didn't think they would mess around with it, and I did think they would try and press Oxford. And Oxford have not dealt with that press well at all. Sloppy possession given away time and time again. And barring a shot by Jeremiah Sykes and barring a couple of good runs by Brandon Barker, Oxford have looked nothing. Haven't created anything in front of goal. No. Are they out for the second half, Ian?
The second half is just about to kick off, Thomas. Matthew Taylor is over the ball, about to pass it back to Cameron Brannigan, and we are away. The comeback starts now, Yellows fans. We are off and running.
Robert Mills says 4-2, I'm assuming, to Blackpool. No, I'm joking.
Right, Alex Gorin came off. That's because you don't want him to get that yellow card. That makes sense, actually. If this game's over, you might as well fucking take him off.
No, you may as well let him get the yellow card and sit. Just, God, Bennett.
Oh, you don't know shit, man.
I don't know shit. That is accurate. That is a good way to look at it. Wickham and Cov are still 0-0.
That's my punk talk, Thomas.
Who else has come off? So Goran and...
Well, I think he's tried to sneak 12 on. Right, Liam Kelly and Alex Gorin have been the sacrificial lambs. Anthony Ford and Mide Shodipo are onto the field.
So, no holding midfielder anymore unless Branners slots in there, and they throw...
I imagine Branners probably will play deeper.
Sykes drops into midfield, Shodipo goes up front.
Yeah, Sykes will be in centre midfield, along with Ford, I imagine.
Yeah, and 40. Do you think... I mean, it's quite possible they play Shodipo behind the striker.
But straight away, Blackpool into the box here with a chance. How was that not got? Oh, wow, I tell you, Oxford have got away with it. First chance of the second half. Blackpool cut open Oxford again inside the box, and Atkinson just luckily kind of fell on the ball and it stayed in his legs. And but here Oxford have Shadipo have a shooting chance. It's good effort by Shadipo, straight at the goalie though. But that's encouraging signs, a good link-up play with him and Taylor. But Oxford kind of definitely got away with it there, kind of defending that he didn't score an own.
Yeah.
So not good signs that we're not going to combine this one.
Right. Cut in when you want. Grandstand bettors ask that if they want to upgrade their membership on Patreon, and I am just going to do some shameless plugging here and say League 2 setting is just general support. We thank you if you sign up to it. Our League 1 setting is general support and a shout out. We'll shout out everybody on that. Our Championship support, which is general shout out, a general support, a patron shout out, and behind the scenes content. The Premier League involves general support, chat. We have a chat for it. We have patron shout outs and we have behind the scenes content. And if you sign up for our Champions League, you get it generally supports us. You get ad-free videos. You get behind-the-scenes content. You get a shout-out. You get patron-only updates. You get a live stream once a month, and you have the chat. All these things available. Please have a look at our Patreon. There's got to be goals.
I've got nothing to tell you about goals. They're just once again. And then Shadipo did really well. He just bright start, good encouraging start to the second half for him. They free kick to Blackpool, chance to swing it in. We haven't defended these well, but that is right down Jack Stevens' gullet, and he can catch it quite easily.
Simon Wilkins.
Right, Shadipo with a chance to run here, Tom.
Yeah.
He's trying to get in behind. He's battling well with a defender who ultimately does well. And I think Shadipo did foul him, and it is a free kick to Blackpool. But better signs from Oxford in terms of just trying to get the ball down, play it quickly down the lines, and let these two pacey better against Doncaster.
And it's annoying that they haven't started the game like that.
You just hoped for that performance would kind of G Oxford on, but we've kind of gone backwards. And credit to Blackpool, they've come and played really well, but Oxford just haven't really turned up so far today.
It's hard to deal with, but there will be a comeback in this, Hoffy, and we know they're going to come back. We know it's going to be 4-2 because Robert Mills said so. Simon Wilkinson says at least Plymouth are winning, so every cloud does have a silver lining. Green Army.
Yeah, it'd be nice if... Well, I mean, so far, you've got... Obviously, this is a poor result for us, but Charlton are winning, which isn't great. But Swindon are doing us a favour. And I know I shouldn't say the name, but they are beating Fleetwood. So that is actually doing us a bit of a favour at the moment. Gillingham is 2-2 with Doncaster, so that's doing us a favour. Yep. That stays the same. And, I mean, Peterborough kind of seem long out of sight, and Sunderland seem a bit long out of sight. So it's not terrible. Obviously, Pompey beat Ipswich, which kind of puts them right back on the same amount of points as us. But it's not awful. But obviously, this is just more the performance than the results so far. It's just been really.
I think that's it, isn't it? It's you don't. We've done this enough times. We've talked about this enough times. But you don't mind losing as long as your team puts in a decent performance. You don't mind losing 2-0 to Hull because they deserve to win.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But, and credit to Blackpool, and we'll keep saying it, but, they deserve to be up 2-0. But you look at these teams and you look at how Oxford are playing right now, and you're just let down because the Oxford players, it's like a totally different game to them, isn't it? It's like...
Yes, yeah. Everything looks very laboured from an Oxford point of view.
It doesn't make any sense with the squad rotation that Carl Robinson operates normally to the nth degree. But...
Well, he didn't really rotate the side. Normally he makes about 4 changes. He didn't rotate the side, so expect him to make fucking 7 changes for the next game.
11 changes. Even the goalkeeper's out. Why? Just don't like him. Don't want him there. Okay.
Yes.
This Dortmund game is absolutely ridiculous. How are Cologne beating you? Oh, Holland's just hit the post. Jeez. I don't know if anyone's following European football, but that's just such a poor result for Dortmund. Leipzig won today, 1-0. Bayern are up 4-0, even though they're down to 10 men. Dortmund really needs to get a win here. And they're not going to, Ian.
They're putting all their eggs in the basket of beating Man City, Tom, in the Champions
Honestly,
League.
though, with Haaland, do you doubt, I don't doubt they put 5 goals past them just because he's Haaland.
That's it. And that's the Champions League. I mean, it's fucking tough, isn't it? And from a Manchester City point of view, people are talking about this year they should win it, but it's just hard. It's just you only have to play. You only have to play one bad game, and you're effectively.
And they're also
out.
on the side of the draw with Bayern Munich and PSG. They definitely would have wanted to be with Porto, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Real Madrid if they had a choice.
Yeah, Chelsea look fucking good for this Champions League final, don't they?
Honestly, I'm interested to see what happens with Liverpool and Real Madrid, especially after the Karius incidents from a couple of years ago and whatnot. And I can't see Liverpool beating this Madrid side right now, but I'm sure they will because they always do that. And you feel it's going to be Chelsea versus Liverpool in the semis, don't you? Again, for the 150,000th time.
Yeah, you don't expect that one to be a classic either. Right, free kick to Oxford, and instead of putting it in the box, they go backwards and wide, but it is out to Shodipo, who gets sived down. So we've got a free kick again, and instead of it being central, we've moved it out to a wide area. So we went back to kind of get to the same position we were in. I don't know why they didn't just put a cross in, but they'll probably put a cross in this time. It looks like everybody's going forward.
They've obviously cut in when you want to. They've just shown a clip, obviously, of Mo Salah's arm being dislocated by Sergio Ramos in that Champions League final. And then that year, Ramos gave the Ballon d'Or or something to the woman who was giving it to the winner and was sat directly behind Salah. And as he walks past, he does this little touch on Mo Salah. Mo Salah's just like,
oh, for fuck's
sake. What happened?
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's the game. That's the sums it up, really, doesn't it? So a great ball in. I didn't see you put the free kick in, but it's right. Atkinson, free header, about 8 yards out, but he puts it straight at the goalkeeper. That was a golden chance for Oxford there to get back into this game. And you've just, if you put into a sort of, if that would have been Blackpool, they would have scored that one, wouldn't they? And what we've seen earlier on. But they come up the other end with a shot, and it's straight down Stevens' throat. And he catches easily, and Stevens tries to smash it forward now. But I don't think that one's going to be kept in. Although Sykes does pretty well, and Oxford do have possession. But that was just such a great chance, and Oxford really should have got a goal back there. Wonder how many more gilt-edged chances we're really going to get in this second half.
FPL Penguin says, up the pool. Robert Allen says, football's so unpredictable. Oxford looks so good midweek, and then this happens. And Bowden says the cricket is going to be a lot closer, unlike the football.
Yeah, I saw England are doing all right.
It's good. It's good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, a darn good white ball side. So they should be doing. They should. I imagine they would put up a bit of a fight.
And I have good news for you. The comeback is on. Rochdale, Stephen Humphreys has scored a goal. Peterborough 2, Rochdale 1. Come on, and Rochdale.
Here come Blackpool again. Look, with so much more energy. They look like they got so much more. I just said the word energy than this Oxford side. They really just look like every time they get it, they look so much more menacing. But Barker's wriggled free from a couple of challenges. He's running forward now. Chance to play it. Shodipo can he get a shot away? He's blocked on the edge of the box. I'm not sure Barker made the right choice there, but Oxford have still got it with Brannigan running forward onto the edge of the box. He's got a chance to get a ball into the box. Can he manufacture something? It comes out to Shodipo again. Oxford's still keeping this ball alive, but they're well crowded out. It's very, very difficult to get a shooting chance away. Still got it, and they're going to work it wide with Brannigan, who plays the ball in. And it's a good header down, but it's straight into the ground, and it bounces up, and the goalie can just drive across it. That was Jamie Hansen with the header. But Barker looking lively again. I'm just not quite sure he made the right pass at the right time. Shodipo had to check and cut back inside and got blocked. He had other options like Taylor on the left-hand side. He could have slipped in for a shot there. But a couple of encouraging signs early in this second half. Oxford are looking a little bit better. Blackpool still look really good when they do come forward as well. But Oxford have maybe just improved a touch going forward.
Darren Moore, Sheffield United up 2-0 now. Unbelievable scenes, Jeff. Unbelievable. Birmingham losing to Watford, though, 2-0. I don't.
That's not quite so much.
Nope,
a shock.
not surprising in any way, shape, or form. Norwich beating Blackburn now 1-0. Again, not a shock.
Sloppy pass again by Oxford, and it picked off by Blackpool, and now they can break forward. Chance for them to come down the right-hand side, Oxford's right-hand side. Again, oh my God, shot from the edge of the box. It looked really weakly hit, and Stevens, he looked like he had it covered, but it looked a little bit more scary than it needed to be. It's gone wide, and it's a goal kick, but Oxford happy to let Blackpool seem to get into good areas to shoot, and they don't seem to be very good at closing them down, whereas when we get into areas on the edge of the box, they're like swarm
Scott
around
Twine
us.
has scored for the club that must not be named. They're now 2-0 up against Fleetwood. Honestly,
They do say that like Scott Twine is like the main guy that pulls things together for Swindon. If he plays well, they generally have a good game.
Ian, something's happened to your brother.
Right, edge of the box for Blackpool, shooting chance well blocked on this occasion by Brannigan. But oh yeah, making Blackpool look fucking world beaters in this one.
Something's happened to your brother because his most recent quote is, "At least we're creating chances." I mean, who is this guy? Where is this optimism coming from? What happened to him? Was he struck by lightning?
Well, let's not knock it.
I'm just confused. On that note, Shrewsbury 1, Hull City 0. Matt Ingram, the goalkeeper, with an own goal. That is cat and pigeons and.
Sorry, what's the score, Tom? I watched a replay of the Atkinson header, and that was why I was blowing up, puffing my cheeks. Oh, I've just seen it. Wow.
Yeah.
Ha Couldn't do that against us, could you, Matt Ingram? You
Pillock?
Mofo. Right. Chance for Jamie Hansen to make a rare flurry forward. Gets a good ball in, actually, and Shadipo's got some space, and he gets again. Again, it's well blocked by Blackpool when Shadipo could have had a decent shooting chance there. But that was good play by Jamie Hansen. It's definitely a difference between the Blackpool players managing to kind of block the Oxford players off, but now like a real punt forward, and Blackpool are in again, charging forward, in behind, chance for 3-0, but a good save by Jack Stevens stops it from being 3-0 to Blackpool. They are carving Oxford open at the back, and worryingly in this second half, they're actually getting the better of Elliot Moore and Atkinson as well. So it's not looking. It's been a great performance by Blackpool.
Well. I think, Ian, it's a break and play, and it's probably time for me to announce everybody that I will not be on the post-match show today. I have a previous engagement, and so it will be the Allen brothers a special this evening. Will it not? No, just
not all the Allen brothers,
so,
but two of them.
Robert Allen, optimistic / pessimistic brother Allen, wonderful Patreon subscriber that he is, will be hosting the program. And if you guys join on Patreon, you may be able to host the program. We've already decided that if we can get 10 Patreon subscribers, we will do a whole episode with all of our Patreons on with us, and we can do predictions together. Should be really fun.
My brother's just sent me a text. He says, "Can you keep it quiet that I'm on the post-game show? Because I want it to be a surprise."
Sorry about that. Ruin everything. Oh, Dortmund has scored. Doesn't say who scored. Oh, look, Haaland. There's the surprise. So Dortmund 2, Cologne 2. Coming back in that game.
There's a replay again of Barker's run forward. He did play. It was okay. I mean, it just was a very under-hit pass that he played to Shadipo, and so we had to cut inside where he was kind of crowded out. But it's very open, and Oxford have to be open, don't they, really?
Yeah, they need to risk it.
So I guess that's kind of causing problems at the back as well. Is Oxford are kind of maybe being a bit too gung-ho. But it doesn't seem like they're really having to work too hard to create these chances.
Accrington 3, Wigan 1. Dion Charles has had a penalty, so Accrington looking like they're back to winning ways here. By the way,
to form.
Holland goal was a 90th minute equaliser, in case you were wondering.
Right. Chance for Oxford to get a free kick into the box here. If anybody gets ahead on it, please can it be Elliot Moore? Because I think he might have a better chance to score than Rob Atkinson. But please, Oxford needs something soon. Good ball in again, but it's cleared away. Bams up to the edge of the box to Sykes, who can chip it back in. And Elliot Moore does get a header, but it's over the bar. Was that a good save by the keeper? I think it's gone for a goal kick. But it was a good header by Elliot. I mean, it definitely wasn't a sitter. I think they've actually called it offside as well, but it wasn't a sitter like Atkinson's was. This is one where he was a bit behind him and he had to generate the power. And he just kind of looped on the back of the net. But I think they have given offside.
Yeah. If you want to know why Oxford are currently losing, it's because hell has frozen over as MK Dons have taken a 2-0 lead over Jimmy Floyd's Burton Albion. And Lincoln have equalised against Sunderland.
No, I mean, League One is
Mate, there's goals
stupid,
everywhere. Lincoln, Callum Morton's just equalised against Sunderland. Is now 1-1 in that game. It's nuts. It's nuts. There's still 30 minutes left.
It's just like, yeah, it's such a hard.
Like in the Premier League,
so many. I mean, and again, you come back to just saying you've got so many teams just playing Tuesday, Saturday that there must be so many inconsistent performances up and down. There must be so many teams that are sitting here like we are with Oxford, where they played well on Tuesday night and then they're just inexplicably poor today.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, where the fuck's that come
100%.
from?
This league is actually insane. With Hull losing all these goals, not for Oxford, but for a neutral, this league is just so great right now. It's just nut result after nuts result, goals everywhere. It's fun to follow.
But that's the whole thing of like that. That's why when we do our predictions thing every week, it's like you just can't say that like a side's cut adrift or they look dead and buried or the season's over for them because it changes so quickly. I mean, Swindon were bottom of the league. They're having a great result today, so they'll probably be out of the relegation zone come the end of the weekend. Well, I think Rochdale might be bottom, but they were down there. But Oxford come forward again. It's outside on the left-hand side with a chance to cross it in. It's a good cross by Ruffles. It's met by Sykes. And if that is not a free kick, Sykes has missed a sitter. He's missed an absolute sitter. I don't think it was given as a free kick. The cross came in. The Blackpool players are thinking that Mark Sykes has fouled a player, but it wasn't given, and it's bounced back to Sykes, and all he has to do is swivel and hit it in from literally 6 yards out, and he's just sliced it horribly wide. Terrible finishing, which it has been a feature other than the Doncaster game of the last few weeks of Oxford missing real gilt-edged chances. And that has been the main thing that held Sykes back this season is his inability to score
What do you
goals.
think the odds are that he gets told off for missing that, but Liam Kelly doesn't get in trouble in the post-match? I'd say high.
I don't know. Blackpool come forward again.
Definitely going to be a comment.
Stevens, and so challenge. It's very. I mean, it's a bloody open game. The second half, it's end to end. Oxford are certainly playing better. Long ball pumped up to Taylor, and the defender Taylor puts them under pressure. The defender has to play it out for a throw in. So Oxford have won possession up high again with a throw in and a chance to build an attack. But why are you taking throw ins, Matty Taylor? Why are you taking foul throw ins, Matty Taylor? And just giving the ball back to Blackpool. I hate when he does that. Like literally, he does that in games where he just riffs out from the penalty area, like he just stands there on the wing, and like the play's going on. And you're like, what are you doing? Get in the box. And that was like, why are you taking that throw in?
I hate it when that happens. Robert Allen.
It's like strikers just bloody forgetting
Robert
their
Allen.
fucking job.
We're creating chances but not taking them. I feel this may have been mentioned before. Cologne match has ended 2-2, and Simon Wilkinson says Plymouth will go on a run, win over the next 10 games, snatch a playoff place. You heard it here first. Thoughts on that, Ian?
Wow, you know what we just talked about. Sorry, Oxford just played a bit of a suspect back pass to the keeper, but he dealt with it well. But Sykes, it just doesn't. That's not run. That's offside. Taylor has put it in. He was clearly offside. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, we just talked about how any side form changes on a dime, and Plymouth have been in pretty lousy form, but why can't they turn it around? And say if you win, if you can get 2 or 3 wins on the spin, the picture looks so much different for you.
Hull have equalised, Ian. Greg Docherty scored, so Hull 1, Shrewsbury 1.
Yeah, he scored some goals. Good player, Greg Docherty.
Lord Lucan would like to know when the last exorcism at the Kazam Stadium was, and do we need another, he says.
Well, yeah, I think we bloody do. I think we could do a fully burning it to the ground, to be honest, as I said before. But I don't know. I think probably that first season, what they moved in when they talked about it being a gypsy curse on the ground, and they did a kind of an exorcism.
Love that. I actually love that.
And it didn't work, did it?
No, is the answer to your question. It has not worked.
I think that we talked about how you should turn the cricket off. I think you should maybe turn it back on. England are going quite well.
I think we should.
Josh Butler, David Milan. 11 overs gone. England are 120 runs. Still need 104 to win, but they certainly making India.
Ironic. Your brother had literally just said Milan is proving his detractors wrong as you started speaking. Wow. Ian, AFC Wimbledon 2, Charlton 2. Wimbledon have equalised. Ryan Longman scored in the 65th minute. Honestly, no clue.
That's good.
It's really helpful to Oxford, but no clue what's going on.
Blackpool, Blackpool are the ones that are big winners so far this weekend, aren't they? Blackpool and Portsmouth. I'm going to say this will put into context what my brother said, Thomas, and you will understand it. David Milan is similar to what I said about Patrick Bamford in the England team. You feel he's always got to prove himself.
Did you see Bamford talking about the England stuff and Southgate talking about him as far as England's concerned?
I must
admit, basically, and I'm going to paraphrase bits of what they both said and then just add facts to this. He is the second highest scorer in the Premier League that's English. He's not been included in the squad. Calvert-Lewin has, despite Calvert-Lewin scoring like 1 goal in the last 2 weeks. Gareth Southgate said he's incredibly close. He's so close, he's almost there. And Patrick Bamford took it really well and just went, well, I'm just going to keep scoring goals because I feel like I'm good enough and I feel like I'm doing well enough. He's also got like 8 assists. Like, he is a foil. I don't know. I'd rather have him than Dominic Calvert-Lewin right now.
Well, again, I mean, that sums up what I said, doesn't it? It's just... Look, Patrick, he's always going to be unfortunately for Patrick Bamford, he's always going to be the guy that is going to be the first name out of the squad. Unfortunately, I don't know why that is. It just seems to be. It's like Kane can have a barren run. You're always going to pick him. It seems like Calvert-Lewin's always going to be picked. But if Bamford has a barren run, it's like, well, no, sorry. You haven't scored.
It's rough. I really like Patrick Bamford.
It is. It is really rough. And again, it happens with every manager up and down the land, not just the England manager. But after you've been in the job for a few years, you do just revert back to your favourites.
It's as an international manager though, like especially now, you would think.
How old's Patrick?
27.
How old is Patrick Bamford? He was 20.
He'd be in the squad if he was 20.
But
he'd be in the squad if he was 20. 100%. It's I just think if you're the international manager, this is your last chance to get players in. You can't bring Patrick Bamford in for the Euros, having never played for England. This is his last chance to be seen there.
Right. 2 more changes for Oxford United. We are seeing Matthew Taylor coming off for Sam Winnall returning to the first team. We are also seeing Jeremiah Sykes coming off, and we are seeing Daniel Adgington III.
Is that 2 strikers
coming on? Ebenezer himself.
Strikers on at the same time, or is Adji going to be a winger in this because he can't play 2 strikers? It's against the rules.
Fuck knows what he's doing. He might be. I mean, he might as well. I'll see what happens. But right, Blackpool come forward again. Get into the edge of the box with relative ease. They're in behind. Great chance. Has he hit the bar there, or is that a save by Jack Stevens? It looks like it's a save by Jack Stevens, who's had to put it behind for a corner. Red alert, Oxford fans. Blackpool have a corner.
Red alert, Oxford fans. Blackpool have a corner. It is dire times for Oxford United if that's what's happening. Having to issue a warning.
Well, it's scored 2 goals from corners, so it's and the one that was defended before half time was pretty lousy. So we'll see what happens. Looks like it might be a bit overhit, but they've kept it alive, which they always seem to do. Referee waves away any penalty claims, and Oxford do get away with this one. But it was another looked like it was overhit, but it looked like it was a bit of the defender turned it into a cunning plan. But Blackpool still come forward, still get to the edge of the box. Can they play it in behind? No, it's thrashed clear by Brannigan. And can Shadipo keep this ball in? He can. He's done brilliantly well. He's got a chance to run now, but he's going to play a nice ball in behind. And defender could have left it for the keeper, but he wasn't taking any chances. He's cleared it away, and Oxford have it high in the Blackpool half again, trying to but the build-up, they've got players back now, so the build-up's going to be a bit slow. And they do what they normally do and pass it backwards. And a raked ball out to why the fuck did you play that pass? But hey-ho, throw into Oxford.
Can I do some shameless plugging, Ian?
It's easy. It's easy for us, isn't it? Like, as to say you should just pick the players on form. But you are almost, you do have players that don't
but I'm
let
saying
you down.
These games
so
don't
you are going to go
matter.
back to those players even
for games that don't matter. You're supposed, like, the whole point of being the international managers in these games, this is where you pick those players to give them the opportunity to go, well, can you do a job for me? You don't wait until the Euros and go, oh, well, Calvert-Lewin hasn't scored in 12 games, so I'm going to have to call it Patrick Bamford, but he's never even been on an England squad before, never played with any of the players because no other England international played. Like, these are the times. These are what.
Right, hang on. Shadipo's in and he's onside. He's running. He's got a chance, but he's crowded out a little bit. He does really poorly, but Oxford's still got it. Adji can put a crossing, can win this one at the back post. He does, and he puts it back, and the keeper has to palm it behind for a corner. But that was unfortunate that Adji just couldn't get the ball out of his feet and drive there. He got kind of held up, but Adji did really well, and Winner was getting his shirt pulled, but went a good header. And Oxford's still searching for a goal in this game, which would definitely get them back into it. It's just whether that will come. It's just about 15 minutes to go, just over, maybe more like 20 minutes to go.
9 minutes of extra time.
One.
We already know that because there is for every Oxford game.
I kind of legislate for that a little bit. But corner comes in, and of course, Oxford can't make anything from the corner, and Blackpool clear it. And they're forced to pump it long. But, oh my God, but the way the game's gone, they keep the ball alive, and Brannigan does really well, scrambling back there to win the ball back for Oxford. And the game looks really end-to-end now. He's played it out to Brandon Barker. He's got a chance to run, but he's not going to be able to beat everybody.
But he can try.
Has to pass it off. He can try. But Oxford still coming forward. Jamie Hansen trying to play a raked ball up there for Adji, and Adji's done well, and Winnell's done well as well. And Adji with a shooting chance, and it's a good save by the keeper. Adji going near side when maybe he should have put it across the goalie there, but he'd done well on the turn, and it was a good save by the goalie. But Adji and Winnell causing more problems than, I hate to say it, than Matty Taylor did in the time he was on. They're certainly giving Oxford more of a physical threat, and means they can just go directly up to them. And at the moment, they're doing a really good job. But it is a corner to Oxford. It's a good ball in, and I think it looked like Jamie Hansen was going to come in and head it in, but it just went past him, and Blackpool clear it. Not running our way today, folks. Not running our way.
Rotherham are now 2-0 up. Burton Albion have pulled a goal back against MK Dons. It's now 2-1. We're not talking about this, but Robert Allen says he's surprised Keane didn't make the England squad, and I agree with that. I am surprised by that as well. Ian, can I do some shameless plugging, or is there action?
He's a who didn't make the England squad?
Centre back. Everton centre back. He's had a really good year. I
couldn't get Keane out of my head.
Moise Keane for England. Do I have time? Is stuff happening?
Go for it. I'll interrupt.
If any of you are interested in free betting tips, please head over to Grandstand Bettors YouTube. They give out free betting tips all the time. And we now do a collaboration video with them. It'll be coming out later on today, where we pick our 3 favorite bets around Europe with them. We are 6-0. We are in our 3rd week. Hopefully we'll be 9-0 by the end of play tomorrow. But please go down and check that out. If you are a bettor, get involved with Grandstand Bettors. They're a fantastic tipster website. They will win you money. Head over there. You can find them in the chat. You can find them on YouTube. You can find their website. give it a click. They're absolutely fantastic, and they work very closely with us on. Well, I'll be honest, they don't give us any of their tips. They probably should. We'd probably be better at League One if they did. Is that accurate, Ian? Yeah.
I'm
Good.
going to pretend
Right,
I was
what's happening
listening.
in the game?
Yes. Blackpool have a free kick and a chance to swing a long, high, raking ball into the Oxford box, which shouldn't cause Oxford any problems, but will likely cause them a hell of a lot of problems. And of course, Blackpool win the header. It's headed away by Atkinson, though. But they keep the ball alive and put another cross right under Stevens, but that's going to loop harmlessly on top of the net and behind for a goal kick.
Crew have.
Are we going to score? Are we going to create another chance? What is going to happen in this game? Stay tuned for an exciting finish and don't go anywhere because this game is just
Northampton 0, Crew 1. Owen Dale has given Crew a lead, and all of a sudden, Crew are right back in the playoff picture, aren't they, Ian?
Exactly. Right. Oh, fucking, it's like it turned into like a fucking team of strangers, Oxford United today. Every time Blackpool come forward, they're causing trouble again down the right hand side. And Oxford have got a lot of bodies back, so they should clear this ball, but they've got a chance to get the cross in. It's going to be easily headed away by Jamie Hansen, who just about is tall enough to head it away, but it's not powerful enough for them to clear it. So they go again. They're in behind, chance to cross. It's come to the back post. And a shot which was well blocked on the edge of the box. And who comes back and clears up the danger? Daniel Adgington III. Magnificent from Adgy. And Oxford do play it quite tight areas and play it nicely out of defence. And all of a sudden, Ruffles has a bit of space to run into, and Oxford are up to the halfway line. Ruffles pumps a long ball across field, which isn't very good, and Blackpool can come away with it. But Oxford do win it back through Barker, and that's probably going to be the first yellow card, as the guy just literally just pulled him back with a shirt pull.
How long's left now, Ian, in the game?
We've got just probably with injury time 15 minutes, 78
Excellent.
minutes on the clock, and it's the thing, isn't it? It's the cliche. You just need one to set up the grandstand finish, the grandstand betters finish.
Lord Lucan asks, do you think we made a mistake not becoming the Thames Valley Royals?
Definitely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
TVR.
I would have been so much better. God, it would have been so much better if the side just moved to Reading.
Was that because you could support anyone you wanted then? Was that?
Shadipo, can he keep that in? Just about keeps it in. And ball's still not dead yet, but now Blackpool can clear it. But I think Hansen will try and keep that one in. It was Ford who keeps it in well. Good cross in. Winnell making a nuisance of themselves. Wins the knockdown. Can Oxford get shot away on goal? They're crowded out of it. Like Blackpool have done a really good job all afternoon of just crowding Oxford out. And the chance kind of goes away again. But he's still got a chance with Barker down the wing here, and he's running. He's beat his man. He's got a chance to put a stand up across, which he does. And Adji kind of under pressure powder puff header really, which it might have been. It was Adji, and it just loops back to the goalkeeper. But that was Robert Maxwell when he was in charge. Thomas, he tried to merge Oxford and Reading to call them the Thames Valley Royals.
Barnsley got a goal back. They're now only losing to Sheffield United by 1 goal. It's 2-1 now to Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday. Excitement all round. I'm kind of glad they didn't merge with Reading personally, but yeah.
Well, I think fans of Oxford United and Reading Cavaliers are quite happy with that, Thomas. It's
that's who LeBron James plays for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
100%. So in the final 10 minutes,
I think you'll find he plays the
Michigan Lakers. The Flint Tropics?
No, that's a different side. They merged into the San Antonio Spurs.
Exactly. Coffee Brown leading the team.
Oh, Coffee Brown. What was Woody Harrelson's name in there?
Oh, something really boring. Hold on, I'm going to look this up because I really want to know. What's it called? Old school. Not old school. What's it called?
Semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
So game's exciting, folks. Game is exciting when this stuff happens.
Ed Monix.
Blackpool do have a throw in.
Monix.
What's his name?
Monix.
Ed Monix, yeah.
The Monix. Right, yeah. So this is a bit like last week. We're in the final 10 minutes. We're not feeling like there's a lot of goals, and we're not excited by it. It's unfortunate. Give us your questions now in the chat. What do you want to hear from us? Also, sign up for our Patreon.
Right, chance for Blackpool again, but good defending. Rob Atkinson across well to block it behind from a corner. So, as I say again last time, red alert.
Red alert.
Corner to Blackpool. Shields up.
Bob. Oh, what a goal. Who's just scored that? Notts County from distance? Oof. At Reeves for Notts County is just pinged in a 30-yard goal.
Right, cross comes in from the corner. Looks like it could have easily just drifted behind, but is it giving us a free kick, or is that gone out for a throw-in? No, it's a throw-in to Blackpoolington, who are, it's not surprising,
really
in no rush.
Shocked by that. Excuse me, Ian. I can see that you've muted your camera. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, the actions of you here. Unbelievable. So, currently, Notts County, Jordan Barnett has actually scored that ridiculous goal, which is insane. It's a lot of football happening in Scotland that I don't care about at all. Oxford are not scoring goals right now. Bolton have taken the lead. They're up 2-1 to Walsall, Ian. So your bet is coming true again, hopefully.
That is pretty good. Bolton winning, Norwich winning. It's all coming gravy for me.
City have won the Premier League.
What? I think Man United are hot on their heels.
How much money do you win if this magically comes true?
I don't want to say a lot, but easily seven figures. No, 600 quid.
Nice. That's awesome.
650
That would actually be awesome. Sorry?
650 quid, actually.
Off a £1 bet?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not arguing with that, are you?
No.
Did you see the guy at Cheltenham who won £250,000?
I did. I was absolutely delighted that the cash out bet option is available because the horse he had to win $500,000 fell. The absolute odds-on favourite in the first race on the Friday fell at out of nowhere. It's absolute dead cert. Nobody's going to touch it. Horse fell over. I think the first time all year it's fell.
Yeah.
Really good. Love to hear stories like that. Of
well played.
Gives you hope, doesn't it? But I think the thing about it, and you can tell this game's going really well. I think he bet anti-post and got really good prices.
Yeah.
On all the horses.
Yeah.
And that's why he was able to get such a good payout.
Did you bet on Cheltenham at all?
It kind of passed me by a lot this week, to be honest. I kind of forgot it was on most days. Because you know how I work like a Japanese beaver.
You are well known for your Japanese beaver work ethic. I believe it's actually your picture on Instagram.
I just kind of forgot about it, and then I was like, I'll just maybe save my money.
My Ollie gave me tips again this year, and I think I made about 20 quid at the end of it. He picked something like 12 or 13 winners across the 4 days. It was pretty good. Terrible final day, though. I think we had a winner in the first right, a place in the second, and then it was just garbage. I bet like 10 quid on Champ, and he was terrible in the Gold Cup. Absolutely awful. Apparently the cricket's slipping away, Ian. Not to totally dissuade from the football, which is totally over, but what's happening in the cricket right now?
Yeah, it's not the only thing that's slipping away, is it? I will just bring up the score. Right, I will, but Accrington come forward, Thomas. That's the first mistake of the day, I believe.
Drink.
Blackpool come forward from an Oxford United mistake, and that looks like offside to me, but it's not given. And Blackpool can come into the area, but that is easily cleared by Rob Atkinson. And Oxford breathe and hang on to this 2-0 deficit by the skin of their teeth.
Thank God they're holding on to this deficit. I'm proud of them. Proud of them for putting the effort.
I'm puzzled by this. Did we win the first leg 3-0 or something? Is that like, are we up? Are we still going through? It is.
It's confused. The Papa John's World Championships. It's a playoff game. You're up 3-0 from the first leg. It's 3-2 now. You can.
They've actually that competition's changing next season. They're actually every round's going to be 3 legs. Home, away, neutral venue.
I really want to know, like, if you had to do that, where, like, you're playing this week in Barrow.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Plymouth. Plymouth versus Bristol Rovers. Barrow.
Rochdale equalized against Peterborough. It's 2-2. Jake Beasley, 87th minute equalizer. You go the Dale.
I don't want. Thomas, my bet.
I mean, sorry. I mean, Dale, it's the love of your life.
You showed your true colours there. I always knew your true name was Jimmy the Scumbag.
My middle name is Scumbag. Thank you very much.
That's not Ebenezer, right?
No, I'm not as cool as Daniel Adjington. Daniel Ebenezer Quasi Adjington III, which, oh, what a title of a name. Matthew Bowden says it's now 89 runs off 36 balls, so that's looking tough. Do you think Peterborough will have a last-minute goal?
Yeah, especially with Butler out there. Butler gone. He's kind of the main threat of doing that. Sorry, Tom, say again?
Nothing. I was just saying, do you think Peterborough can get a last-minute goal there and get a win, or do you think Dale?
Right.
Dale, maybe. Oh, this is tasty. Sorry. What's happening?
Matt, the Blackpool fan, are you still there?
Yeah, Tangerine Matt.
Where have you gone?
You hear, bro?
Because I was going to say, no hard feelings. Well done in this game, but if you ever think you're invited back on our channel, let me finish, Thomas. Then you will be with open arms.
Yeah. Genuinely, there's been a couple Blackpool fans that have commented on this, and well done to you guys. I'm just going to call it now. I think you've won, and it sounds like a deserved victory, and, enjoy it. You guys deserve to win. You've had a really tough run. You've had the sort of run Oxford had a couple of weeks ago, where it's just draw, which is awful to watch, and your team has deserved this victory by all accounts. So,
yeah, I don't think the third goal would have flattered Blackpool either. They've had their chances to get a third goal, and I don't think that would have flattered them. So, again, it's been a very comprehensive win. Interested to see how Robinson paints this game.
I think that he's going to sound like an absolute madman. What do you think?
Right. Well, yes, that's a given, isn't it? But I'm just interested to hear his, because sometimes when Oxford lose these games, he has like a shell shocked look on his face. Like he just can't explain it. Like,
because he can't. That's just what it is. It's who he is. He's nuts. I love him though. I've seriously appreciate him so much more than I used to. I just used to think he was actually insane.
Oh, fuck it. I mean, he's I like him. I mean, at the end of the day, there's times he's going to annoy you, but every match is going to annoy you. And I think generally he tries to set Oxford out to play good, attacking, exciting football.
Yeah.
And that's a lot better than some of the crap we've been served in the past.
Agreed.
Not saying Appleton or anything like that. I'm more looking to like the kind of who knows what, long time ago. We had pretty good managers, really. Over the last 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Since we've come back into the Football League. We've had a little sloppy, silly little period where we had, like, Gary, Rochdale have scored a third.
Have they?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only doing this because that's exciting, but
I mean, obviously they are near and dear to the heart, Thomas, but that is £650 that is slipping through my fingers.
No, you just need the Bolton result is what you really need, because Peterborough is still with a shout. Jimmy Keohane. Jimmy Cajones with a goal in this one. Yeah, I think if Bolton can get up into the playoff places, you got every chance. Larry Kipping says Blackpool are very decent. Indeed.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah, they've looked really good in this game. I can't knock them. I would say Oxford have been below par for sure, but is that through their own means, or is that because Blackpool have just been that much better than them? I'll let you decide.
Now, it's worth saying that when this match ends, we'll be getting off very quickly. Ian will be going and doing the reaction video. Ian, if you could tell the loyal viewers what time your reaction would be up approximately.
It will be up when I say it will be up. A YouTuber is never late, Thomas, nor is he on time. The video arrives exactly when he wants it to.
So surely he is on time. Right.
I don't know, somewhere around 7:45.
Fair. Ooh, it's a good last name, Beauty Man.
I was trying to quote Indiana Jones or something. I don't know. Lord of the Rings. I don't know.
Spider-Man.
Same movie.
Spider-Man.
Almost different. Sometimes I watch Lord of the Rings and I don't know if I'm watching that or Indiana Jones. They're that interchangeable to me.
Totally. Like the exact same film. It's like honestly the exact same things. Ian, I'm going to say it. Swindon Town have won.
Okay, good for them. But
Rough.
that bit in Temple of Doom when they're escaping on the minecart and Indiana Jones has to like bang a big staff down and say, "You shall not pass." You tell me that's not just
Again, it's like
Fellowship.
You've merged two films. Oh my god, it's 3-3! Johnson Clark Harris, 93rd minute penalty. Wow.
Oh my god, Rochdale. What are you doing?
Oh, I wish you were watching this game. That would have been an awesome view.
Oh yeah, I know. I wish I paid my money to watch that game now.
6 goals.
This is
2 in the 90th minute.
Yeah.
How long's left, Ian? How much more do I have to talk for? There's almost nobody on this channel. We've lost half.
You don't have to talk anymore. I can bring it home from here, Tom, if you like.
I mean, I don't have anything else going on. I'm just wondering how long's left.
Well, that's a lie, isn't it?
I still got time.
Do you want to explain to the good viewers why you're not on the video?
Yeah, I have a fantasy baseball draft at freaking 5 o'clock tonight in 7 minutes, and that's why I can't do the reaction video unless you want to film the reaction.
William Golder, if you're here, please be here. Please be here and let me know what you think about Tom saying that he is not doing very biased opinions Oxford United videos because he's doing a fantasy baseball draft.
Firstly, I don't think he is here. And I don't think Tangerine Matt's here. He hasn't responded. But I will very quickly thank everybody who's been watching and say we've really appreciated watching this with you. And it's been
another 2-0 defeat on a Saturday, guys. Hopefully next Friday night will be better when we live stream
Friday?
Oxford versus Lincoln.
We're doing that next Friday.
I'm already predicting that stream will be a shit show. The reason being is I will be watching it through Sky on an iPad. Tom will probably be watching it through Now TV. So it means Tom will probably be a good 2 minutes ahead of me.
I hope so.
So Tom might as well do the commentary on. You might as well do the commentary on that one, and I'll just sit there and talk about Lord of the Rings.
Sounds perfect. I'm just saying, Matt Uranka and Grandstand Betters wants in on my league, so Uru baby. Jack Watson is disappointed in me. He's disappointed in me.
Yeah.
Tut.
He's not the only one.
Oh, get over it. Coventry have drawn 0-0 with Wickham. That's a great result for Wickham and a terrible result for Coventry. Sorry, Jonathan Harris. You are a fantastic footballing side, and we will enjoy having you in League One next year. Rochdale game is over. It's ended 3-3. Ooh, Barnet have had a man sent off in the 96th.
Tom, I'm looking up and down our predictions. I don't think we've got anything right.
I don't even want to know.
You might have backed Crewe to beat Northampton.
Let's have a look. Definitely didn't get the Sunderland result right. Haven't gotten the Hull result right. Plymouth have won. Didn't get the Pompey result right. You got a perfect score on that, though. Keep that one in mind. Knives back to Plymouth.
Yeah, I know.
I got a perfect score in the Crewe game at 1-0. Gillingham, we both had to win, and that's looking like it's a draw. Fleetwood Town versus...
I think you might win this.
Burton Albion versus MK... No, you're winning right now. Or are we tied?
But if you got a perfect score for Crewe, what did I have for Plymouth?
No, you had a draw for Plymouth. But you had a perfect score for Portsmouth. Didn't you?
Yeah, but what did I have for... But okay.
So we're at 3-3, right?
Are we?
Did Portsmouth end 2-1?
But have you got Crewe to beat Northampton?
Yeah. Oh, I got a point.
So that's gonna.
That, don't
oh
I?
yeah, sorry.
Oh, I see.
Have you got? Have
No.
you got? Did you have Plymouth to beat Bristol Rovers?
No. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay.
No, it's 3-3. It'll
Okay.
be 3-3 if all
So I
this
think we have
happens,
drawn 3-3.
which means a double Jeopardy round in the next one.
Yeah,
Double.
double points. Right, the game has finished. We will let Thomas sliver away like the devious snake that he is, and we will say it's not been our day today. If there are any Blackpool fans on here, well done, thoroughly deserved win for you today. A rare win for Blackpool at the Kassam Stadium as well, but poor result for Oxford. Not been a disaster by looking at the fixtures today. There's a lot of draws in League One, so we just got to bounce back. We've got a winnable game against Northampton on Tuesday night and follow that up. We will be live streaming the game against Lincoln on Friday night next week. So hopefully you can join us for that one.
Thank you for watching. See you next week.